here we have Lofty the Crane. Now, I do think Lofty is definitely a nice Bob the Builder character, and I would say he's probably one of my most favorites. Now, I do love every single Bob the Builder character in existence. I don't think there's one bad character I hate. Although I do think the Project Build It, Ready Steady Build, and yeah, those type of characters, they're fine, but I do wish they brought back Trix and Skip. I do wish that they used these Project Build It characters more often in Ready Steady Build instead of having a few. Like, dude, why couldn't they have brought back Benny? Why couldn't they have brought back Dodger? Because he was my favorite Project Build It character. Or maybe even like, oh yeah, well, they did bring back a few characters, like Splasher and Gripper and Grabber and Packer and Scrambler, but why couldn't they bring back Benny? Or even Robert? Yeah, there's so much. Like, there's so many questions, but anyways, here's Lofty. Now, he does have a very nice, accurate design. Like, I think this is like 1-to-1 with how Lofty looks in the TV show. He has that nice face with that cute smile. He's carrying a little beam on his crane hook. I had to use a toothpick for this part since the original snapped off, but he looks screen accurate. I think this has to be one of my favorite things I've ever made. Like, he is literally like 1-to-1 with the actual Lofty, except for the face. Anyways, Lofty is written as an adorable coward. Now, I think he has like the worst voice in the UK dub. Like, his voice is super irritating, which is why I like the US dub more. But if you like the UK dub, I respect your opinion. But I do think Lofty is a pretty cute character and definitely one a lot of kids relate to because of how scared and shy he is. Like, he's scared of heights, he's scared of mice, and he's afraid of Spud the Scarecrow. Like, whenever the team says, "Can we build it?" "Yes, we can," he usually says, yeah, I think so. Because of how nervous he is sometimes. But I do think Lofty is a great guy, and he's pretty lovable as well. And I don't blame everyone for saying that Lofty is their favorite machine. Like, I can definitely see why a lot of people like Lofty so much, but if there are any other reasons why you do like Lofty, please tell me in the comments below, aside from his character trait and his design. But I do really think Lofty is one of the best ones, hands down. Like, he has to be... Wait, him and Trix both are some of my favorites I've made. Like, I think these two are a cute couple. Like, no, not a relationship, like, good friends. Like, they helped each other in the episode Lofty the Artist. And they do hang out sometimes. I think it was only one episode. Anyways, so there was Lofty. Not much to say about him, but he's cute. Well done. And then we have... Okay, we have Rolly, the steamroller. This guy is an absolute legend. Like, Rolly is definitely a nice character overall, and I do wish he, along with the next character, wasn't sidelined in the god-awful reboot. Like, it didn't matter. Like, here's the thing. Each of these machines have their own unique part in the show. Lofty is the crane who lifts things and can carry stuff. Rolly is important because he flattens the ground and makes the whole, like, and he makes the concrete nice and flat. So, Dizzy is the one who pours concrete. Rolly flattens the ground. Muck is both a dump truck and a digger. And Scoop is the backhoe digger, meaning that he can dig out holes. So it's very important to have all these machines. Because without a steamroller, like, there would just be lumps on the ground. And without a cement mixer, people would just, like, be standing on grass instead of something solid. Like, do you see why Rolly and Dizzy are important to the show? Yeah. Why did Mattel have to sideline them? And replace them with Leo and Two-Ton? Like, Two-Ton isn't that special, and Leo is just another human character who is kind of forgettable. But if you do like those characters, I respect your opinion. But back to Rolly. So, Rolly is like this steamroller who loves music. He's very smooth and calm, and he's way different compared to George from Thomas and Friends. Like, I think Rolly is a nice guy, and he's friends with Bird. But yeah, like, Rolly is definitely an iconic character. Like, I do love his US voice, but his voice in Ready Steady Build was sort of mediocre, along with, I don't know, Bob's voice, but I'll talk about that later. But at least in the UK dub, they all kept the same voice actors, but to me, Rolly sounds like Terrence from Rubber Dubbers in the UK dub. Like, I think Rolly sounds eerily similar to Terrence from Rubber Dubbers. If you haven't watched that show, please watch it, and then watch Bob the Builder with UK dub, and then you'll see what I mean in a second. But in terms of design, Rolly looks super accurate. Like, this is another favorite of mine. Like, yeah, I do love all Bob's machines. They're all special in their own way, which is why they make a great team. But anyways, I think these characters are supposed to have, like, ladders and steps on the side of them, which I guess must be the thing on Scoop here, which I'll talk about. So that Bob and Wendy can, like, stand on them as they're, like, rolling along, like, trying to find their next project or thing to fix or build. But yeah, I do think Rolly is pretty cute as well. Like, he's very nice, a very nice guy. I would definitely want to hang out with him. And now we have, okay, this is Mr. Incredibirdie's favorite Bob the Builder character. And that, of course, is the cute and lovable Dizzy the Cement Mixer. She's so adorable, in my opinion. Like, I do think Dizzy is one of the best characters in Bob the Builder as well. Like, I can see why he does love Dizzy, because she's cute, she's caring, she's energetic, she's so, like, playful and lovable, and she does love music, like, sort of like Rolly, but she's more, like, happy-go-lucky and energetic. So I think Dizzy's pretty cute, and she has the smallest machine out of all 5 of these guys here, like, which means that she can go inside buildings, and she can, like, there's this one episode in Project Build It where she meets this bigger cement mixer named Tumbler, and she has to show him around, and she gets to go on the skate park, which is super cute. Like, I think Dizzy is an awesome character, and I see why Mr. Incredibirdie loves her so much. Now, he has also grown up with Hit Entertainment, and he does love Hit Entertainment as well, so that's one thing me and Incredibirdie have in common. Like, we both love Hit Entertainment. But yeah, there's so many iconic Hit era shows like Bob the Builder and Fireman Sam Thomas. But Dizzy is so cute. I'm not gonna lie, Dizzy is very adorable here. Like, she was definitely one of the best ones I've made, like, because how small she is. Like, now this pink thing is supposed to be the concrete she's mixing. Like, I already explained that she's a cement mixer, and if you don't know what that is, it's a machine that, like, mixes concrete and pours it on the foundations. And of course you got Rolly, who flattens the foundations. And of course they build certain things like houses or like skyscrapers, and oh my gosh, there's so many fun things that they've built and fixed. Like, I see why a lot of people do love this show. But yeah, that's Dizzy. I think she's cute. And Incredibirdie, if you are watching this, I really hope you like Dizzy here. I know she's your favorite. As well as Lofty. Like, these 2 are his favorite characters. Alright, now we have 2 more, and these 2 are the Digger characters themselves. Well, one of them is, but this one's like a hybrid truck. Alright, so here we have Mucky Muck. Yeah, I really do love Muck. So, I think Muck has to be one of the most accurate ones I've done, along with Lofty and Rolly and Tricks and Skip. But, dude, all these look so great together. Like, I really do like Muck. So, Muck is like this red dump truck, but she also has like a front digger on the front of her, and she loves getting mucky, she loves being dirty, and she has these nice caterpillar tracks, and oh my gosh, she's so cute. Now, for those of you who live in the UK dub and wondering why I'm calling Muck a female, because in the US dub, Muck is basically a girl, but in the UK dub, she's actually a boy for some reason. Now, if you do love Muck as a male, like, if you prefer male Muck over female Muck, I respect your opinion, but I do like Muck as a female. She's so adorable as well. I think that's what makes her cute. Like, she and Dizzy both look amazing. Like, now, I know some of you might find it weird that Muck is a girl in the US dub, but I think it's fine. I respect your opinion. Like, you're allowed to have your own opinion. I'm allowed to have mine. But if any of you do love the US dub and you love Muck as a female, tell me in the comments below. But what's weird about Muck is that in the 2015 reboot, they kept her male in the US dub and the UK dub. Now, that's going to raise a lot of questions, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like that reboot. But yeah, not much else to say about Muck, but she's still pretty cute. And this has to be one of my favorites I've done. Like, this, Lofty, and Tricks have to be my top 3 favorites I've done. Like, I really do love these guys so much. Like, Muck is definitely a great character. I love that she loves getting dirty. Like, she's usually afraid of getting clean, but I mean, I don't blame her because her name is called Muck. And she's called that for a reason. But I do think she's pretty helpful when it comes to, like, digging and dumping. Like, she was the second machine Bob bought to, like, help Scoop dig out holes and when Bob became a builder. And then that's when Dizzy came along to pour the concrete. That's when Lofty came along to lift stuff. And that's when they needed Rolly to flatten the ground. These 5 are an amazing team. Like, that is no joke. I really do like these guys. Alright, so we talked about Lofty. We talked about Rolly. We talked about Dizzy. And we talked about Muck. But now it's time to talk about the leader of this whole team. And that, of course, is Scoop the Backhoe Digger. Now, I do really love Scoop as a character. He's pretty cool. Like, I think he's one of the most common out of the characters to, like, get merchandise out of him. Because I mean, I don't know, like, how often you would find Scoop, but, like, you'd also have Muck, Dizzy, Rolly, and Lofty to go with him. Like, whenever I see collections, most people just have Scoop the most. Like, I think he's a pretty common character. Like, now he does have the little, like, smokestack thing here and the siren on top. The shovel on the back is okay. Like, it's not, like, that good, but it's still pretty nice. But he does have the front shovel here now. Unfortunately, none of these characters can do their gimmicks. Like, Scoop can't lift his bucket. Neither can Muck. And you can't have Lofty lifting his crane, but in terms of design, I do think these are pretty cute. And now, I don't know if one day I might make more Bob the Builder stuff, but these will do for now. I think these are pretty cute. But yeah, so Scoop, in terms of personality, he's the team leader, and sometimes that can cause him to, like, act out sometimes. Like, in the special Snowed Under, the Bobblesburg Winter Games, Scoop has this, like, character arc where he, like, goes from being a bossy leader and being rude to everyone to, like, realizing that they're all a team and they're all special in their own way. That he can't do everything by himself. So then he reunites with the team, he apologizes, and they all fix the Winter Games. And they build the log cabin with the help of Benny, the pink backhoe digger. Yeah, I do like Benny as a character. He's pretty nice. And he does call Scoop Big Banana. I think it's a pretty funny nickname for Scoop. But yeah, I do like Scoop. He's pretty cool. And he would definitely be one of the most relatable characters, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know. I don't know how many people relate to Scoop. But he is, like, he does try his best to be the good team leader. And unlike Ready, Steady, Build or the 2015 reboot, where they just made him, like, I don't even want to mention, like, the character assassination that these characters went under, because it's so terrible. If you actually do want a review on the Bob the Builder reboot, then please watch James A. Williams' video on it, because he made a lot of good points about that reboot and why it sucks. But yeah, so out of all these 5, who's your favorite? Do you like Lofty, Rolly, Dizzy, Muck, or Scoop the most? But anyways, with those 5 out of the way, now we have the last 2 characters, and these are the human characters, of course. Bob and Wendy. So let's actually talk about Wendy first. So Wendy is actually Bob's helper who, like, helps him with, like, paperwork and stuff in his office. And she basically, like, helps him with all his, like, papers and stuff. Like, I think Wendy's sort of a basic, like, character. Like, she doesn't really do that much in the show. Like, she just appears as a side character, like, helping Bob out. And she does help with most of the construction projects as well. Like, she made her own tennis court and her own mini golf course. And, dude, there were so many, like, amazing moments of Wendy. But she's just there, really. And, like, she and Bob do make a great, like, duo together. And she does make a nice fit with, like, the rest of Bob's team over here. Like, these 7 are an amazing team. Like, these guys... Is there nothing that these guys can't do? Like, is there nothing that these guys can't fix or build? Like, who knows? Like, I think they might have done a few challenging things before, but, like, I don't know. Like, I do watch Bob the Builder sometimes, but, like, it's still a great show. And I even have, like, at least 2 DVDs. But anyways. So, here's Wendy. I don't know what else to say about her, but in terms of design, she's pretty cute. If you're wondering where the hair came from, that was from, like, this Lego movie thing, like, that I found in Thingiverse, and it's basically like a Lego piece, but shrunken down to be more smaller. Like, looking at her in my hand, like, she's very tiny, like, as well as all these other characters. Like, they're, like, about 1/30 scale, I would say. Like, I don't know. I haven't measured these guys yet, but I know they're the size of a quarter. Alright, so with all those characters out of the way, it's time to talk about the main man himself, the star of the show, and that is, of course, Bob the Builder. Now, Bob does have a nice, like, character design here. Like, I do love the simplicity of the show, the stop-motion animation, how it's a more of a cartoonish world, and not like a realistic world. The only thing realistic about it is the construction and the safety, but now there are a few things about Bob's design, like, I couldn't paint the checkers on his, like, shirt and long sleeves here, because that would be very hard. But I do love this pose, like, he's making, like, and now his face is pretty, like, you have, like, the basic dots for eyes, which is pretty cute, and the ears on the sides, and the hard hat. Like, dude, Bob looks so cute right here. Like, I would definitely like to do more of this guy, like, in the future, like, but for now, like, I do love this micro series. This has to be my favorite thing Bob the Builder related I've made. This might probably be my only thing for a while, because I've got, like, a ton of other, like, things on my mind. But anyways, I don't know what to say about Bob. He's just the main character. He's the one who does the construction. He's the one who, like, calls his team out to, like, do certain jobs, and him and Wendy both work together along with all the machines to, like, build things and fix things. And dude, Bob is definitely a nice guy. Like, who wouldn't want to have him as their construction worker? I'm sure most kids will, like, want to be like Bob the Builder when they grow up, or Fireman Sam, depending on which. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of things kids want to be when they grow up. Like, there are so many cool people who do cool jobs in the world, like construction and fire safety and running railroads. So, that was it. That was the Bob the Builder micro series. And what do I have to say about it? Well, I have to say this came out very, very nice. Like, all of these characters look so accurate to how they were in the show, with the exception of a few, but I would say Trix, Lofty, and Muck are my favorites I've made. So please comment down below, what were your favorite characters I've made here? Do you like Bob, Wendy, Scoop, Muck, Dizzy, Rolly, Lofty? Do you like Travis, Skip, or Trix? Please tell me. And apart from all the other Bob the Builder characters I haven't made, who are your favorites? Like, do you like Spud or Mr. Bentley? Or maybe Farmer Pickles? Please tell me. Picking which one of these is my favorite is hard, because I love every single character in Bob the Builder. Like, this show is definitely one of my favorite childhood shows, along with Thomas and Friends. And if you love Bob the Builder, please tell me in the comments below. It's a great show, and you have to watch it if you haven't seen it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Can we fix it? Yes, we can! Bye for now.